Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Jessica Abernathy, and with me today is Trisha Montgomery, and you are listening to Pets Are Family.
Hey, Trisha, how's it going today?
Hey, Jessica, I'm doing great. How about you?
I can't complain yet, except for it's getting to be winter here in Chicago. It went from like beautiful summer to the next thing you know, it's bloody cold, bloody cold.
No winter where I am. I wish sweater weather. Sweater weather. I want sweater weather. I can put on a sweater that I would have, not the weather.
I've got the sweater weather all the time. Yep, it's cold.
Do you remember that from Saturday Night Live when they're going back and forth on the sweater weather, sweater weather? It is the funniest segment. I think I just sent that to a couple people actually. So yeah, it is no sweater weather here in Florida. I've been in Florida. I've been in Georgia. I've been just traveling around a lot these past couple weeks.
Yeah, well, I have to admit that I'm probably the only girl on the planet, maybe not the only girl, but I never watched Saturday Night Live. Still don't.
I didn't either, but you get the best of the best and the recordings. And, and I think that was one of them. And I will send that to you because it is absolutely fabulous. I love that. And yeah,
all right,
it's one of my favorites. Yeah. Yeah.
All
so
right.
we got a lot coming up here, a lot to unpack, but we have, Ava, who my heart. I love her. I met her a couple of years ago. She is a Chicago-born girl, and she started her business, I think, when she was 6. She wrote a business plan. It was on a little coloring sheet, and has created this incredible business, Ava's Pet Palace. It is indeed a family affair with Ava, and I love her. And so I am so excited. We've been trying to get her on for ever since we started. What was that? April the 1st, April Fool's Day. And
still not a joke.
I know. And finally she is coming on with us now. And I'm excited that she's going to be joining us. So what do you always say, Jessica?
I don't know. What do I always say? How do you make your pet? Oh, let's go get her. I'm like, which one is it? Let's go get her. All right, let's go. We'll go get her right now.
Ava, oh my gosh, we have waited forever to talk to you. Ava, I have really watched you grow really over the past 2 years, maybe a year and a half. And I think I have you on a pedestal. And
she does. She really does. I will say that she does.
I am holding you up as this beautiful entrepreneur as you are, and you're such an outstanding example to children, to people who have a dream. To me, there are no boundaries for who you touch and the lives that you touch. I know, Ava, that you've talked about this a million times, but for those of you, for those who don't know you, how did you get started at Ava's Pet Palace? I love the story, by the way, but go ahead.
Okay, before I get into that, but thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and all of your support over the past few years as well. But my name is Ava, and I am the founder and chief pet officer of Ava's Pet Palace, my pet treat company where we make organic and all natural dog and cat treats. So I have the treats that we make, we really focus on the clean, very few ingredients, to be able to make treats that pet owners, don't have to worry about what they're feeding to their animals. So that's really what we focus on. We are available on our website. We're in about, I believe, 400 independent retailers, as well as recently we are in 150 Targets, which was so exciting.
Wow, that's amazing. That is really good.
Thank you.
That is incredible. How'd you get started, Ava? What brought up this concept? I know if people go to your website, they can see even your business plan from when you were 6 years old. Is that right? Tell me about that.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So I actually started Ava's Pet Palace when I was 8, but like you said, I had like kind of like the idea when I was 6 with the business plan that I drew, which was just like a picture of a palace, but like for animals, had like an animal shelter, animal restaurant, animal or like a daycare for animals, basically just everything for animals. And that was really what I wanted to do when I was older. Fast forward 2 years later, when I was 8, which is when we officially started, my parents, finally decided to let me try and take it seriously, making treats in the house still, and going to go sell those at local shows, passing them out around our neighborhood and everything, and really just doing a lot of trials, or trials and errors of, what works, what didn't. We had all of our family animals as the first Ava's Pet Palace taste testers. And from then, we've really just grown in so many ways that I really could not have imagined.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. So you've had pets
Okay, wait.
growing
I
up.
want to really. I'm sorry, Trisha. I got to ask this question.
No. Go
Just
ahead. Go ahead.
I got to ask this question for our audience. How old are you now, Ava? Because you said that when you were 6, you made a business plan.
Yes, I'm 16 now.
Okay, because I mean that's incredible. I'm like, no offense, I'm not even that old, and I'm like a business plan at 6.
And I wonder, Ava, you talked, and I'm taking this off topic here, but you have talked to many groups,
Yes.
of young entrepreneurs. I mean, that is such a testament. I wonder, and do you know how many other young adults are like that? And what do they say when they meet you?
So, throughout running Ava's Pet Palace these past 2 years, I feel like we have had so many amazing chances and opportunities to meet other kids like me with different organizations, businesses, just everything, who are focused on trying to make the world a better place as well. And it really is so amazing to be able to meet other people your age, trying, and doing the same thing that you're doing. It feels pretty good. So actually, sorry, this is kind of going a few different ways, but I go to a summer camp every year called ELG, and it's
Yeah.
basically it's a business camp, and it's at a college campus each year for a week, and it's an all girls, you know, for any young entrepreneur who wants to get into business, has any ideas, and they really help you and set you up to try and launch your company. So I think that it's so cool that that is something that's available, and it's a great place to meet other people your age with similar ideas and just similar it's the word, goals. Yes.
Right. That's outstanding, and I had read about that with you as well too, Ava.
Yes.
Pets growing up. I mean, what kind of pets did you have? Did you have dogs, cats, ferrets, heffalumps? I don't know. And what about now?
So growing up, we've always been a very big animal family. My mom grew up with many cats in the house. My grandma grew up with a lot of cats in the house. I grew up with my cat Pumpkin, who passed away now, but he was 14 when he passed away, and we actually got him when he was 2. We were both 2, and then both 14. And he was our first Ava's Pet Palace taste tester for the cat treats. He was an orange tabby, and as well as Lacey, who we have now. We adopted her 7 years ago, 6, 7 years ago.
Okay.
And she's now our official Ava's Pet Palace taste tester. But she's also been a very big part of, coming up with new treat ideas, our entire Instagram page, everything like that. Who else? We had another dog. His name was Rock. He was probably the biggest inspiration behind Ava's Pet Palace. He was 19 or 20 when he passed away. He was a little white dog who actually just showed up on my mom's doorstep when she was younger. And they kept him ever since. And he was the first dog who had tried our treats and everything. But yeah, I would say I definitely grew up with a lot of around a lot of animals, but those were the main few.
Wow, wow. And so you fostered many animals as well. How does that tie into what you're doing with Ava's Pet Palace?
So I love being able to foster and like help rescues. Giving
Mhm.
back in like different ways is something that's very important to me, and fostering is one of the biggest ways that you're able to help a rescue. There's so many
Yeah.
animals that need temporary homes, and I was so glad that we were able to be able to like welcome two foster puppies into our house and everything. It was all of our foster experiences have been great. They're always so fun to have. It's definitely very sad when they get adopted because you spend so
Agreed.
much time with them, especially when they're very young. We had two foster puppies last year named Chip and Chocolate, and we had them for like
Aw.
2, 3 months since they were like basically almost born. Like they were very
Oh,
tiny when we got them, and it was very hard giving them away. But I'm so glad that they actually went to very amazing homes that we actually still keep in contact with one of the owners now, which is cool. So sometimes we get to like go and see them. But I would say it ties into Ava's Pet Palace just because of the whole like wanting to give back. That is very big part of business, or of our business at least, that we share a lot about. That's something that we are very passionate about.
I love that. No, I have to stop you right there, Ava, because you talked about fostering last year, but didn't you just welcome a new brother?
Yes.
So you just laid it on your doorstep too, right?
Yes, he's I believe or yes, he's 10 months right now. He'll be 11 months the 25th of this month.
Oh,
He's gotten so
wow.
big.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's a family business. I mean,
Yes.
for people who want to get started, I mean, we do. Jessica, you and I talk about we draw upon family members, anybody, we call them family just to get them involved in our business. But
Yeah.
your entire family, I've met your entire family and they're absolutely lovely. And I love that because not only are pets are family, but your parents and your relatives are as well. Who do you hold up higher? I don't know. A question for you, Ava. So you talked about Lacey.
Yes.
How did you know that Lacey was really like the dog for you? For our audience, how do you
Yeah.
know when a dog is right for you?
Well, for Lacey, when we had got Lacey, she was very scared,
Oh,
like just a very timid dog, scared of everything. We couldn't even get close to her at
oh,
all when she was eating, especially that was like one of the worst like times. She would just get very, very anxious. And
right.
um we don't know like where she had come from, but we did know that she came like when the rescue had like rescued her from Kentucky, I believe. She
Okay.
came with two little puppies, and that was really all they had about her. And she was just a very scared dog. And after having her for a few weeks, I really just there was some I just could not give her back for them, or like to them and everything, for her to go find another home. That was like she was my dog, and I don't know, I just knew that she was my dog. We'd grown so close over those few weeks, especially with how
Yeah.
scared she was at first and how comfortable that she'd been able to get, and still until like till this to this day, sorry. She is like my like she's very protective over me. We spend a
Oh.
lot of time together. She's my little best friend.
Oh. So what kind of dog is Lacey, Ava?
She is a miniature pinscher mix. Well, we think we were actually going to do one of those dog DNA tests. I think
Right.
we will do one because she has a bunch of. She looks like she has like a few things in her, but the main thing is like miniature pinscher.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. Isn't that interesting that I know Jessica's fostered, I've fostered, and my dogs have been foster fails, but
Yeah.
I
Really?
wish, yeah.
That is the only, I've never foster failed with a dog, just so you know. I've only foster failed with one, and we all know his name.
I have foster failed quite a bit, but I wish they could tell us stories. I wish that they could just, you look into their eyes and I agree with you, Ava, when you know. But gosh, wouldn't it be
Yeah.
amazing if they could just tell you everything that maybe we
Yes.
don't want to know that? the things that went on in their life before they came into our lives. Wow. Wow. So Lacey is really a member of your family. What's been
really
one of your
is.
favorite memories with Lacey and with Pumpkin?
For Lacey, I don't know. I would say, I wouldn't really say there's like one like big specific moment. It really is just like all of the times I've spent with her, like cuddling on the couch or just like late nights, just like spending time with her, going on walks with her. Yeah, I spend a lot of time with Lacey. She sleeps in my room. I try to take her everywhere with me. But I would. Oh wait, that's another one. Riding in the car with her. That has to be some of my favorite memories with her. She loves being in the car, sticking her head out of the window and everything. So those are a few. For Pumpkin,
I love that. Yeah. When you talk about parenting, what's some advice that you can give for maybe people that are just getting a pet or for that are fostering right now about pet parenting? What's some good advice that you can give to them?
This is a hard question. It's a good question. It's a hard one though. I don't know. I feel like every person's relationship like with their dog or like animal that they adopt or like get is different. But I would say like a few would be that food that you feed your animals is very important if you are able to, whatever your financial situation is and everything, if you are able to get, I guess good or not, I don't know what the right word is, but very clean food for your animals is what I'll say. Stuff that like what you know is in the food, because a lot of health issues that animals have when they're older and even not like too old, just like like maybe like when they're 5 or something, come from what they eat, and it's very important like what we feed our animals, as well as I don't know, just spending quality time with your animal is important. I saw a quote that said, our animals are like a part of our world, but like we are our animals' whole world. And it really made me like look at things differently, because like every time like I come home and I might be like tired from school, I always make sure to spend time with Lacey because she's been waiting for me to get home from school that whole time. So, yeah, that just put things into like a different perspective for me.
That's a lot, Ava, because first of all, that was beautiful, but you balance a lot. I mean, you are balancing going to school, high school. You're balancing being the chief. First of all, what do you call yourself? I saw your what do you call yourself as the what?
The chief pet officer.
The chief pet officer. I love that. How do you balance it, Ava? Because that's a lot on your plate.
Yeah. I would say it's taken a lot of practice over the few years. I feel like I've gotten a little bit better at being able to balance like personal life from business and then like school as well during the school year. My parents do help a lot as well with Ava's Pet Palace whenever I need help, with things that like other things, like now that we work with different manufacturers and everything, they help with a lot more of that type of stuff. My mom actually works full time for my business since 2020, so that is also like another like she is she is our Ava's Pet Palace like only full time employee right now as I'm in school and everything, and I'm just so grateful for everything that like she's helped me with, both of my parents, but especially my mom, because this is her full time job as well. So just everything that she's helped me with and like taught me like over the years.
Oh, wow. Shout out to your mom.
Yeah, that's amazing though. If you think about it, because it's, what, I'll be honest with you. I love my mother to death. I really do. I think she's an amazing woman just for the one fact she gave birth to me, And she has raised me and she has put up with me, For the one fact that she really has put up with me, but I could not work with my mom. I couldn't, So that's really good that you can work with your mom, I could work with my dad. My mom,
Oh my gosh.
But it's true though. But it's great that you can work with your mom, and that's amazing that you could do that. And it's great. It's a bond that you're going to love for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I would agree with you, Ava, and I've met both your parents and I think your grandfather and everyone else and every cousin in between. But I'm amazed at the bond, Jessica. You just mentioned that, at the bond you all have, and it is a family affair. I mean, people, getting everybody on board because it's the success and the belief in you and this beautiful idea and concept that you have, and to see where you've gone with it. So I love your mom to death. Shout out to your mom. And it's Ina. And is it Ina? Ina?
Yes, Ina.
Yeah, she's just absolutely lovely. And, coming, all the moms out there, we know, that mother-daughter relationship can be questionable sometimes, but, I just love that about you all. For Ava's Pet Palace, I mean, you have done so much over the last 2 years. I want to know, kids at school, Ava, they know what you do. What do they say to you? Do they, how does that work out when, because you are this accomplished young woman and being 16 and how is school going for you, Ava?
So I try to keep school and business kind of separate from each other. I don't really, it's not that I don't share anything about Ava's Pet Palace in school, but it's not like anything that if people know about my business, which I don't it's not that I won't not tell anyone, but it's usually the people who already know me and we've gone to school together for years. We've known each other since middle school who know about my business. But I don't know, I feel like that separation is very important, and it's definitely helps me, especially when I need a break from things. School is there for, just, I don't know, not normal Ava, but just another Ava.
I get that. I can understand that. I love how you put it into perspective, Ava, that you're able to separate, business is personal, business is business, and personal is personal. And at such a young age to be able to say, I've got to have some downtime with everything going on, and to recognize that you're just an incredible, just outstanding. Jessica, do you have any questions? I have one last question for Ava. Jessica, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask Ava?
You're 16 years old and you started this business at 6, you know what I mean? And I know that we didn't ask this earlier, to kind of prep you for this or anything like that, but what are your aspirations? What do you want to do when you're 40? I know that sounds crazy because when I was 16, I thought 40 was like my mom. And I was like, well, I'll never be 40. You know what I mean? Now that I'm past that, I'm like, oh God, I wish I knew what I was doing when I was 16. But, what would you like to be doing at 40 or, 30 when you get done school? What is your dream job?
I do want to continue Ava's Pet Palace and continue exploring the business world, expand what we're doing with Ava's Pet Palace now. I always have a hard time answering this question because I really am not sure. I used to want to be a vet when I was younger. Kind of grown out of it a little bit. It's still something that's in the back of my mind, but I definitely do want to have a future in the pet industry, pet food industry. But I'm just gonna I don't know. I like to say I just want to see where Ava's Pet Palace, takes us and everything, and take it day by day. But yeah.
So you would like to stay in the food industry part of it, or do you think that you might want to break out and become a serial entrepreneur? I mean, it's a joke in my family, and I'm just going to tell you this because, every time, and I have a tendency, and it's like a joke around my house, but every time I go into the hospital and get sick, you know what I mean, and I'm off of work for a couple days, I literally come out with another business. You know what I mean? And that's like a running joke. And Trisha will tell you, because she's seen it too. It's like, oh, hey, by the way, we're going to start a new business. You know what I mean? And it's like, and here's the name of it. This is what we're going to do. You know what I mean? But it's around the pet industry, but we're going to start a new business. So is that kind of like what you want to do? Do you want to start a couple different types of businesses in the pet industry? All right.
Definitely expand in just like many different ways, not just like in the pet, like the food industry, like expanding and like all the other different aspects of like owning a pet and everything.
I can see that. I can see that, Ava. I guess I have a question for you. So do you, I mean, within not looking when you're 40, which is quite a while from now, or even 30, but if you look at Ava's Pet Palace now, where do you see that in a year or 2 years? Are you planning on, what are some of those plans? Do you want to add more products? Are you guys planning on different things? What's that plan for the future?
Yes, so definitely adding to our current lineup. We just expanded our freeze dry line, and we have 2 new freeze dry treats. And so I would say just expanding like what products we offer, going into other spaces, not just the treats for dogs and cats. What else? Having that Ava's Pet Palace building, like the one that I drew when I was 6, that has always been like an actual dream of mine. Like having the like real Ava's Pet Palace building, real Ava's Pet Palace. But I would say working on getting into more retailers as well. That's what we're really trying to do right now with going to a lot of the big expo shows that we've attended, trying to connect with other people in the industry and just make as many connections as we can.
Wow, I can see a franchise in the future of Ava's Pet Palace buildings everywhere across the country. I can just see that, and I think you had a beautiful dream, and to where it's gone, I am again. You are on this beautiful pedestal with me, and I'm so proud of you, Ava, and we're so honored that to have you. You can spend your time with anyone you chose to spend it with us, and we really are grateful for that. Ava, if people want to get a hold of you, talk to you, want to find out more about Ava's Pet Palace, or if they just want to, get a hold of you, how can they contact you?
So we're very active on social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and then Twitter sometimes, but mainly Instagram and LinkedIn. And all of our handles are at Ava's Pet Palace, as well as our website, which is avaspetpalace.com. And then there you can find all of the links to like emailing us and like our social media and everything like that there.
Ava, thank you so much for being part of Pets or Family. And I guess just one last question, although you kind of have answered it. How do you make your pets feel like family again, Ava?
That is a good question. I like that one a lot. I feel like family. I like to bring Lacey wherever we go. I know I mentioned this earlier, but wherever we go, Lacey comes with us. I don't like leaving her at all, even if it's just for a little bit. Like I want to take her everywhere with me, and that makes me feel like I know she is a part of our family, but it really makes me feel like she's a part of our family when she travels with us and everything. So just that bonding time that like she has with our family and like me.
Wonderful. Ava, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much. It was very fun and nice to talk to both of you.
All right, Trisha. That was a great interview. She just blew my mind. I don't know about you.
I am speechless. I think I was trying to find out a little bit more, and you were too, about what are you going to be when you grow up?
Right?
And I am astounded by her. I'm astounded by how she's so full of grace, and she's just beautiful, and it emanates from her. And I love her. And she is on, I think every time I see her, I'm like, I cannot wait to see what happens now, where you go next, and to follow her on this remarkable journey.
I agree. I can't agree with you more. And I love the word grace, by the way. I think that is just like the best thing that you can ask anybody for, or give anybody is grace. I love that word. But she is just, I wish I was her when I was her age. You know what I mean? It's just, I mean, I would like to be her now. You know?
Switch places, kind of like a parent trap, Can I just switch places with you? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I can only imagine. I asked her about, what a kid's in her high school, and I loved her answer, Jessica, how she was so eloquent with that, and how she said, I'm basically I'm dividing personal and business, and she's learning to respect her own needs, and that is she's got to have downtime, and making sure that she has time to be a kid, if you can call her that, and making sure that she has time to do her business. And her mom of Ina is just that whole family. And I think her mom is juggling a newborn, a 10-month-old. And I find it fascinating. I find their family just, incredible. Like, wow.
Yeah. And I mean, no offense, we're adults and I don't even know what downtime is.
I don't want an adult anymore. I don't want an adult today, And she's adulting, and it's just, wow. Yeah. Just phenomenal.
She's doing it better than most adults do.
I agree.
I
agree.
So, and she's just an amazing human being. I'm in her corner. Root, cheer.
And I will say this, having watched her over the past years, she has endeared herself to the pet industry and beyond, even health and wellness as well, because she's so, I mean, I hate to use the word authentic, but it's true. It's who she is, and it's innocence. It's just being absolutely remarkable in the journey, and just being this outstanding human being.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think she's amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing. So, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
I agree.
Yeah.
So can't wait to see what she does next. But what she's doing right now, if this is it, I am just happy that we've gotten to know her and got her on Pets for Family.
What are you talking about? If this is it, she started at 6 with a piece of paper and coloring crayons, and she made a business plan. And now she's 16, and her mom runs her company, and she probably could buy you and I out. If this is it.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, but you don't want to pressure. I think that's a lot of. I mean, but she's again. Look at like child stars, and and even athletes who all of a sudden have become. And I think she's remarkable. So that's all I'll say.
I agree 100% with you that she's remarkable, but I mean, this is it. This girl's going to be, she's going to be the next, what's that guy's name? Yeah. What's that guy's name he's on that show, Shark Tank, that owns like the Dallas Stars, the basketball team. I can't think of his name.
Mark Cuban, yeah, Damon. Yeah.
Yes. She's going to be one of those. She's going to be going next. She's going to be like next.
That would be so amazingly cool. I can see that. I can see stores everywhere. I can see so much for her. So let's see what happens next with Ava.
Yep. I can't wait to see it. So, all right. So let's talk about what we got going on. We have some big things going on. I mean, because we're going into, a big month next month, which this is your baby. So I'm not going to take the limelight because you know me, I like to try to be the limelight, but I'm not going to. But this is it. And then, so let's talk about a little bit about what's going on next month. And let's talk about a little bit of the changes that are going on, a little bit of it going on. So let's chit chat. I'm going to give you the floor.
Yeah, giving me the floor. So we have, guys, we created Moose's March in honor of Moose, who is my pup who passed away of stage 4 lymphoma. You've heard us talk about this. We have created a 501c3 in his honor, but we are having an incredible push for Moose's March for November Pet Cancer Month. And we are having a big webinar. Let's talk about pet cancer. That is going to be on Thursday, November 2nd at 7 p.m. And everyone is welcome. Everyone is invited to this. It is free of charge. And the only Steve Dale is going to be moderating this webinar. We'll have Dr. Thomas Butera from Volition Veterinary. He is the CEO. Dr. Rebecca Timmons is going to be on. She is one of the researchers. Kristen Worman, Dr. David Stansfield from Cooperative Care. He really bridges the gap between the practitioner and the pet parent and really educating. I'm going to be on as well, but we're opening up the floor for pet parents and veterinary technicians, veterinarians to really talk about pet cancer and understanding really what it's all about and having an open dialogue about that and the importance of that. So again, that is Thursday, November 2nd at 7 p.m. via Zoom. You can go to moosesmarch.com. You can go to petserfamily.net, which is our site. We'll be talking about a ton. You can hit that QR code and you can simply register for that. But Moose's March is coming up, and November is Pet Cancer Month. We are highlighting this. We have already raised at this podcast airing a little bit over $31,000. We are looking to raise $100,000, and that money will go direct to pets and people assisting in shelters in low-income areas for early detection of pet cancer and giving a beautiful shout out to Volition Veterinary, to the team at Volition Veterinary of Daniel and Devin and Tom Butera, thanking them and just incredible what they're doing right now for the detection of early pet cancer.
Awesome. I just want to make one note on all of that. Dr. Tom, did you catch it? She didn't call you Dr. Butera. Just want to bring that up. She finally didn't call you Dr. Butera. So that was it. But no, I'm very excited about this. This is a big deal. It's a big deal. Huge deal. It's a big deal. It's in the world of education. I mean, pet education. I mean, we need to bring a lot of education into the forefront for pet parents and, try to, get the misconceptions out of there. I mean, there's just bring what we can to the forefront so that people can, take everything that they're learning and just learn from what what's out there right now and, bond together. Cause I mean, it's a community. I mean, these are our children. I know some people hate that, but these are our kids,
They are. And I mean, we're giving a message of hope and quality of life. If there is a diagnosis of cancer, what can you do? There's a lot of misinformation right now going on throughout the internet. We're going to try to talk about dispelling some of those rumors, but really have that open dialogue and that great conversation, and that maybe out of of this experience for me personally has become a message of hope for pet owners. And I think you'll see from Moose's March and from Pets or Family, we're going to be having open dialogue on Facebook as well, community. Also, guys, if you have a story to share, please go to moosesmarch.com or petsorfamily.net. We are asking you to upload your story, talk about this, talk about it, share your story, share your picture. We're going to be memorializing those, talking about that. We're going to have them part of a scroll running through on Moose's March, but really highlighting these stories of beauty and the relationship and that human-animal bond, and you're part of that journey. And we couldn't do this without you all. And we are here to educate pet parents. That's what we're here to do. And we got big plans for Pets or Family and Moose's March, and actually initiatives coming on for next year, 2024. A lot we haven't talked about yet, but much more coming to this little podcast of ours. Yeah.
We got big plans for 24, but we got big plans for November. You know, I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot around the corner. I mean, you know, like I said earlier today when we were not filming, you know, these two old ladies, you know, we started this just as a joke, April Fool's Day, and we're still here and we're growing. We're growing.
I don't know how I feel about you constantly calling me old.
And you're older than me, so there you go.
I hate to admit this, but yes, I am. I won't even repeat that line from the movie, but yes, there is a line for that movie. We'll not repeat it.
We're gonna be those ladies that you see that you're just like, those are really cool ladies that I want to be when I grow up. You know what I mean? We're gonna be those ladies.
I think that's a great idea. Great idea.
Yep.
Jessica, Jessica, I love you. I adore you. You're my work wife. You're like everything in between. And I want to thank you for you. And I appreciate you so much. And I think people
likewise
see us and hear this. There is a beautiful bond between Jessica and I, and I'm so grateful that she is in my life. And we are so grateful that we are in your life.
All right, let's close it up today. So any shout outs that we need to give before we end it tonight?
Well, I think I'm going to shout out to your team at Kathy Delaney and the team at NAPS. That's what because I know that you always say that. So I'm actually going to steal your thunder on that one. And I just gave a shout out to Miss Kathy Delaney and the team from NAPS. I do want to give a shout out to the people from NAVTA, North American Veterinary Technicians Association, and all those great veterinary technicians out there. Be Kind Veterinary Technician Week, and honoring those great veterinary technicians. Also, guys, kindness doesn't cost anything. Be kind.
Nope. And I think we're got one more shout out.
We do.
And that's it. We do. I think we should give a shout out to Market Raise. Those are our new, we've got new producers that are going to be taking over.
Yes.
We're not going to be actually taking care of our videos anymore. We've got two new producers. Actually, we got four. We got four people trying to handle us now. Thank you. But Justin and Eric are going to be taking care of us personally. And I'm going to give them a shout out because they're going to try to wrangle the two of us.
Not possible.
Not possible, but so I do want to give them a little bit of praise because they really are.
We love you.
Yeah, Justin and Eric, man, I love them. You know what I mean? So I think they deserve a lot because they're going to be stepping up and they're going to be, you know, they've got a lot to do with us. You know what I mean? But you're going to see it. Yeah, they're good, but you're gonna see a lot more of us. You're gonna see a lot more on us on social too. So I do want to give them a shout out. So, you know, thank you, gentlemen, for taking care of us. You know, as I keep telling them, we're their old ladies for sure because they're very young. You know what I mean? So, but I think that's it for the evening. So I will end it. Trisha, how do you make your pets feel like family?
By love, unconditional love.
There you go. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Pets Are Family. You can find us on all the channels now. Yes, all of the channels now. So make sure you share us with your friends, your families, and your coworkers, and anybody that has a pet. Make sure you like us, give us your feedback, tell us if anything that you want us to talk about, all that fun stuff. You can reach me at jessica@petsourfamily.net or trisha@petsourfamily.net. Thank you for everything that you guys do, but make sure you like us, subscribe, check us out on YouTube. You can always see what we're up to. And we want to thank all of our sponsors, all of the people that support us. We love every one of you, and we can't thank you enough. And remember, check out Moose's March. We're doing a big webinar on November 2nd, and we want everyone to come. We're going to be talking about pet cancer, and we have some amazing folks that are going to be doing this webinar. So come check us out, moosesmarch.com, MOOSESMARCH.com. Come check us out. Talk to you guys soon. We'll see you next week. Bye.